Dark clouds obscured the skies over Meridia, the ancient capital city of Cassus. Sounds of violence echoed in the streets. Emperor Vorios was dead, slain by Myrcalus of House Azrian. Vigilant priestess Varonia Calazon knelt in her chambers. Despite the turmoil outside, she kept her eyes tightly shut, fists clenched devoutly in front of her. "Blessed Scions," she whispered, "grant me the strength of Azrian, and the courage of Tristan, and above all, let justice of Bronos be done." Thunder rumbled above. A storm was coming. Varonia's part in the unfolding drama had yet to be played. Galvion, the current High Sentinel of the Vigilant Church, was a staunch ally of the corrupt Emperor, and for decades had abused his position to commit shocking acts of depravity, heresy, and sin. The people had suffered, the Emperor was dead, but Galvion still lived. Varonia stood. Hanging from the door of her small closet was the ornate raiment of Evindra the Wise herself, and beside it the ancient battle staff of Tristan. Their very presence in her chambers could be constructed as the highest form of blasphemy, punishable by death. Slowly she pulled her robe over her head, then took a firm grasp on the heavy weapon. A sergeant of the Radiant Legion appeared at her door. "The Legion is ready, priestess," he reported. "As am I," she said, and walked from the room. Minutes later, Varonia walked up the steps of the Cathedral of Eternal Vigilance. Galvion and his minions had locked themselves inside. Summoning the ancient power of the Scions, she whirled her staff and shattered the cathedral's massive doors. The High Sentinel's guards waited inside, hunkered behind a barricade. Blaster fire lit up the room. Driven by a holy fury, Varonia raised her staff and summoned a shell of illumination, deflecting energy bolts back at her attackers. As they took cover, she strode forth, scattering the barricade like corkwood. Terrified, the guards surrendered at her feet. Varonia found Galvion cowering beneath a statue of Holy Dominus. Trembling he stood, his voice cracking as he addressed her. "How dare you? In the name of..." Varonia ran forward and spun her staff into his jaw. The blow sent him reeling, and he fell heavily on the cold marble floor of the cathedral. "Galvion," she proclaimed, "I find you guilty of heresy against the Vigilant Church." She grabbed the collar of his ceremonial robes and dragged him outside. An angry crowd of the faithful had gathered on the steps of the cathedral. "This is outrageous," Galvion protested. "I demand a trial. I demand justice." "Do not fear," said Varonia. "Justice will indeed be served." She hurled Galvion's body down the temple steps. His robes tore and fell away, exposing his frail and pasty figure, and was swiftly enveloped by the angry mob. Screams echoed through the streets of the Cassian capital as the crowd passed judgment. Lightning above, then thunder. Soon a cleansing rain fell from the heavens, washing away the stain of the past.